don't even know. But let's go dive right into our lesson, shall we?
Okay, my friends, now that I've dried off just a little bit, have you guys guessed yet why I was in the middle of a boat? Why it was raining? Well, before we dive into that, I have a question for you. If you guys were acting like the weather, what would it look like? If you guys were going to be the rain, what might that be? If I were being the rain, I think I would do it something like this. Shh, rain falling from the sky. What about wind? What would wind look like? Well, for me, wind would look like, whoa, whoa, being blown everywhere. I don't know about you. If the skies were darkening, I think I would cover my eyes. So it got dark and I couldn't see. The sky's darkening. Now, what about the waves crashing? Can you guys be crashing waves? Yeah. Okay, so when we dive into our story, whenever you hear rain, wind, skies darkening, or crashing waves, I want you guys to act it out during the story. And I bet you might have put together what we're talking about today. Today, we are talking about when Jesus calms the storm. It said Jesus and his disciples climbed into the boat to travel across to the other side of the lake. Jesus was so tired that he lay down and fell fast asleep. Suddenly, the skies darkened. Oh, and the disciples got afraid. I don't know about you, but have you guys ever been swimming and all of a sudden you see rain clouds coming? Or even been at the park and seen rain clouds coming? Immediately you think to yourself, I better get inside. I'm a little scared. I better run. But I bet that's how the disciples felt, and they were in the middle of the lake in a boat. The skies darkened. The rain came pelting down. Now this isn't just rain. This is like pelting rain on the disciples in the boat. How scary. The rain came pelting down. Oh my goodness. And the fierce storm struck the lake. Huge waves tossed them and the wind blew them. Oh my goodness. And the disciples were terrified that they would capsize. Capsize means the boat would take on too much water and they would sink. So all of a sudden, Jesus lay there sleeping. And the frightened disciples went over to him and woke him up, begging him to save them. Jesus opened his eyes and looked at them. Why are you afraid? He said. Oh, he got up and he calmly stretched out his arms on the edge of the boat, looked at the wind and the waves and said, "Be still." And just like that, the wind and the rain were still at once. The wind and the waves died down and all was calm. The disciples were so amazed. "Who is this man?" they asked. "Even the wind and the waves obey him." That is what we've been talking about. God is in control of everything. He's in control of the weather, time, space. He knows all. He cares about each one of us. He's in that boat with us, and we don't have to be afraid. We can put our worries and cast them onto Jesus because he'll take care of us. He will keep us safe. And that is why I love that story. Okay, my friends, we have a fun little craft/object lesson, and I hope that one day maybe you can try to make one yourselves, but let's go do it. Come on. Okay, my friends. So we are going to make a storm in a bottle. That is what we're going to make today. And maybe you guys will have a chance to make this at home one day yourselves. So what we're going to make, I have a bottle here filled mostly all the way with water, about 3/4 of the way with water. And you guys, if you decide to make this at home, can just use a normal water bottle. I'm making mine really big so you guys at home can see what's going on. But the first thing you're gonna do is take your water and fill it most of the way up with the water. Next, if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can add some blue to your water bottle. That way you can really see that those are the waves crashing down in there. Check it out. We got some blue going on. I'm gonna twist my cap on and just give that blue a shake. just so we can really tell that that water is our water there. Alrighty, the next thing we are going to do for this is we are going to add oil. Now you can use any oil that you have at home. Vegetable oil, canola oil, mineral oil, which is what I have today. We're going to add oil to the rest of the space in our bottle. Let's see. I got a funnel here to help me out because I've been known to make messes. You all know that. We're gonna pour that oil on the top here, and we're gonna let that oil start to separate. And as you can see, it's already making bubbles. Woo! Miss Cait almost made a mess again. I was pouring a little too fast. But we're gonna get all this oil in there as far as we can up to the top. Alrighty. All right, boys and girls at home, maybe you guys can see. I'm gonna hold it up, take this out, hold it up, and you guys can see there's a difference between the oil and the water, right? There's like a line in there. Okay, guys, now this makes a pretty good storm all by itself, but it says in our Bible that the disciples were out in a boat. So we're gonna pretend that this pecan is our boat. I know it's a stretch, but let's see how it works. We're gonna see if we drop our pecan in here, you guys will notice how it falls underneath the oil, but it floats on top of the water. Do you guys see that? Look. And now, when the wind and the waves started coming, it looks like a storm, and that boat is just crashing around on the winds and the waves. Do you guys see that at home? But that boat didn't go under, did it? No, because Jesus was in it, and he told it to be still. He calmed the wind and the waves, and he calmed the storm and said, be still. And they rested peacefully on top of the water. But it's a lot of fun to do. I hope you guys give this a try at home.